Hey everyone, if you've ever felt totally stuck in a rut or like your best intentions just vanish into thin air the second you get tired, well, you are in the exact right place. Let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're decoding the surprising science behind why we do what we do every single day. We're drawing on some absolutely game-changing insights from James Clear's Atomic Habits to break down human behavior into a really simple, practical structure that you can start using literally today. So think about this for a second. Why do we keep repeating the exact same mistakes, even when we know better? It's such a frustrating, relatable problem, right? You know you want to save money, but you buy that $7 coffee anyway. You swear you're going to hit the gym, but you crash on the couch instead. For years, we've been told that failing to change is just a lack of willpower, like we're just not trying hard enough. But the truth? The problem isn't you at all. The problem is your system. To really wrap our heads around this, let's look at someone we'll call Alex. Honestly, Alex represents a struggle I think we've all faced at some point. Every afternoon, Alex makes this super firm promise. Tonight, right after dinner, I'm going to sit down and study for 2 solid hours. Sounds great, right? But what actually happens? Dinner finishes, that familiar stress kind of creeps in, and Alex decides to lie down on the bed, just for a minute. We all know how that goes. One tap later, and Alex is doom scrolling for 3 hours straight. The study notes? Completely ignored on the desk. And that right there leads directly into what we call the guilt cycle. This is the heavy emotional weight of a bad habit. Alex wakes up the next morning feeling exhausted, super guilty, and even more stressed out about the upcoming exam. So, naturally, another big promise is made. Okay, today will absolutely be different. But by 9 p.m., the exact same failure happens all over again. It feels awful. It feels like self-sabotage. But as we're about to see, Alex isn't weak. Not at all. Behavioral scientist Jason Hrea really hits the nail on the head here. He says, habits are simply reliable solutions to recurring problems in our environment. Think about that for a second. This changes everything. It means Alex's brain isn't broken. It's actually working perfectly. It recognized a recurring problem, which is the stress from studying, and it found a highly reliable, totally automatic solution to relieve that stress, looking at a phone. To save energy, your brain just automates whatever solution works fastest. So whenever you experience something new, your brain is quietly paying attention in the background. It's basically asking, wait a minute, that felt really good. What did I do right before that happened? This right here is the continuous feedback loop behind all human behavior. It goes try, fail, learn, try differently. Over time, the useless movements fade away, and the specific actions that give you that sweet, sweet relief get reinforced into completely automatic routines. And this whole learning process, it can be divided into 4 fundamental stages that literally every single habit goes through, and they always happen in this exact order: cue, craving, response, and reward. First up, the cue. That's what triggers your brain to initiate a behavior. Then comes the craving, which is really just the underlying desire to change how you're feeling. Third is the response. That's the actual habit or action you perform. And finally, you get the reward, which satisfies you and basically teaches your brain to remember this entire loop for the future. Okay, let's make this real. Let's take those 4 exact steps and diagnose Alex's bad habit. The cue? Super simple. The phone buzzes on the desk. The craving isn't actually a desire to look at the phone itself. It's this desperate, underlying desire for relief from study stress. Then, the response is physically picking up the phone and scrolling, and the reward, a quick hit of dopamine, temporary distraction. Your brain catalogs this whole event. Hey, next time you feel stressed, just grab the phone, and boom, the loop is officially locked in. Moving right along to the 4 laws of behavior change, think of this as the ultimate hack to hijack your habit loop. So, now that we know exactly how the trap works, how do we actually escape it? Well, we use the 4 laws of behavior change. And what's really cool is how these laws align perfectly with the 4 stages of our loop. To build a good habit, you take the cue and you make it obvious. You take the craving and make it attractive. You make the response easy, and you make the reward satisfying. It's that simple. Because if it's not obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying, you simply aren't going to do it. Let's look at exactly how Alex can apply these laws to transition from that old habit loop of late-night doom scrolling to a new, powerful habit loop of consistent studying. And remember, we don't just want Alex to try harder tonight. Brute force willpower, it almost never works long-term. Instead, we need to completely redesign the environment to work for us, not against us. So here is exactly how we tackle those first 2 steps. Law 1, make it obvious. Alex decides to put the phone in another room entirely to kill that bad cue, and then places the textbook directly on the pillow. Now, when walking into the bedroom, the cue to study is literally impossible to miss. Then, Law 2, make it attractive. Alex uses something called temptation bundling, which is basically pairing something you need to do with something you want to do. The new rule is simple. I only get to watch my absolute favorite YouTube creator after I read just one chapter. Now, we just need to finish the loop. Law 3, make it easy. Instead of dreading a grueling 2-hour study session, Alex uses the 2-minute rule. The only goal. Just open the notes and read one single page. That's it. It completely removes the friction of starting. And finally, Law 4, make it satisfying. Alex buys a big wall calendar. Every single time that 2-minute rule is done, Alex draws a giant red X for the day. Seeing that visual progress, that is the immediate reward that guarantees the habit is going to happen again tomorrow. And that brings us to what is known as the cardinal rule of behavior change. Listen closely to this because it's huge. What is immediately rewarded is repeated. What is immediately punished is avoided. We as humans are hardwired to chase quick hits of satisfaction. The first 3 laws we talked about, they increase the odds that you'll do the right thing this time. But this 4th law, making it satisfying, that is what ensures you'll actually repeat it next time. So I want to leave you all with this really provocative question. Which habit are you going to rewrite today? Now that you can literally see the matrix behind your actions, the cue, the craving, the response, and the reward, you actually have the tools to change your life, one tiny atomic habit at a time. I'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment below with the specific habit you're choosing to rewrite today. And hey, if you found this explainer helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next explainer.